Synopsis. It's your boy Marcus, back and black, and today we are going to be covering one of the greatest and worst samurai movies of all time, Samurai Cop. Coming up next. Now, before we proceed, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that you are always notified when we drop a new video, which is either Monday or Friday, of course. Check out the Mixing Us friends, all right? These boys are super talented, available on all platforms. Look them up. Check us out on Instagram, baby. That is MixNuts3000. Again, MixNuts3000. I done threw it up on the screen, made it easy for your ass. Run it. What's up, Mix Nutters? It's your boy Marcus, back in the building, and today we're to just dive right into it, man. This movie is called Samurai Cop, all right? And I know you're thinking, like, when did this movie come out? 1991. So you already know it's gonna have some of that 90s cheese on it. Not only that, it's one of those so bad it's amazing movies. And not amazing as in a real sleeper. I mean like a real, just terribly awesome movie. That's gonna be a new key phrase here. Terribly awesome. But look, let me just read you the synopsis of this. Still in the movie, Joe Marshall and Frank Washington are two tenacious police detectives who seek at all costs to stop the Katana, a renegade Yakuza gang opposed to violent and sadistic killers who want to lead the drug trade in Los Angeles. So you're probably thinking, like, what's going on with that, right? I mean, you know, it's called Samurai Cop. They literally spend probably 2% of the time on Japanese culture whatsoever. So it's not a, you know, that was just the theme, the gimmick they needed to start the movie. But before I even get into what was so weird about this movie, let's run that trailer.
Are you Fujiyama?
Yes, I am. Who are you?
I'm a cop.
His real name is Joe Marshall. They call him Samurai. He speaks fluent Japanese. He got his martial arts training from the masters in Japan. He was brought over here from the police force in San Diego to fight us.
Would you like to fuck me?
You're the one that talked me into bringing this moron from San Diego to fight the Japanese Katana gang.
Bingo.
I want him dead. I want his head cut off and brought here.
Have you been circumcised?
Yeah, I have. Why?
Well, your doctor must have cut a big portion of it off.
I want his head on this piano so that every man in my organization understands once more that no katana gets captured alive or popped. Got that?
How did you know I'd come home with you?
Let's just say I can read eyes.
That is no joke, okay? All right, that's a real movie. That wasn't cut up for weirdness. That is the actual movie. The thing about this movie that really tripped me out was, like, in the movie, it seemed like they would break, or not really break character, but like mess up the lines, but then immediately just go back to it and just say it again, and you were like, nobody cut that part out? Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, that was the best take? That's the one you chose? I mean, and the dialogue, man. I mean, y'all saw the trailer. Things were being said during the trailer that didn't even match what was happening in the trailer whatsoever. And it's like, who talks like this? Like, you've been circumcised? Like, what are you talking about? We at work. The whole movie is like that. You're like, who wrote this? And if you research the director, right? This dude, first language was English. It doesn't seem like it though. I'm like, everybody here, this had to be their first acting gig. I don't think anybody was like, I don't want to say legit actors, but this is definitely their first time. So like, I don't think anybody here had like was seasoned or been in like, I don't know, plays or did any type of Broadway type stuff, because the delivery of the terrible lines were even worse. Either the tones didn't match or just the cadence of them speaking. Like everybody was like, had a little bit of Christopher Walken in them. It was, the whole thing was strange. And then when you're watching a movie, you know, we all gotta have, you know, I know it's a low budget movie, right? So, but you know, it's hard to get music composed for it, but just get some decent music. All the music was like some straight up Nintendo first generation bass music. It don't even in the trailer, if you listen to like the song playing, you're like, what? It sounds like you got to the boss in Mario. And you're like, bro, this is supposed to be like a serious movie. And let me tell you, the reason why I love these terrible movies is because they were so serious when they was making it. They had no idea they were making one of the greatest comedies of the 90s, right? You know what I mean? It just had to, like, when it came out, it bombed hard. I mean, it got terrible reviews. But when you look back at it, it is fantastic. From the hair to how people are addressing each other, the fact that a dude can take a handgun, like a 38, shoot a car, and for some reason the car blew up. You like, what was those explosive rounds? Well, that dude had a 38. Even at 357, you like, the whole car ain't gonna blow up, bro. Come on. All right, now this next scene right here, this is probably one of the worst death scenes I ever seen, man. I mean, the dude, I don't know what direction they gave him, but it was like, for a dude being shot, I mean, he really took his time dying and on the way to the floor. I mean, he probably was just a volunteer, somebody that knew somebody or something, but wow, even somebody that knew somebody, this was like a terrible death scene, bro. This death scene would match perfectly on the stage of an elementary school play where everybody parents gotta clap because, you know, little kids suck at plays. They do. Sorry, not sorry. You know, they suck. This is how this death scene went down. Run it.
Bruh.
That actually made the cut of the movie. I am not showing y'all deleted scenes. This is like actually part of the movie, man. This dude really just took his time really walking it out. All right. At some point, I was thinking about speeding it up in the edit just because of how long it was taking. All right. And they just left that whole thing in there. They could have just showed him on the ground, but nah, they were like, let me show you slowly breaking down. You know what I mean? It was like one of them time lapses of Fox. You know how you ride away? That took less time than this dude dying. I'm gonna show you one more clip. This dude, it's a weird clip because every part of this is untightened. All right, this scene right here, it didn't make any sense. But like, just the way he's talking and how long it takes and how long they hold on the dude, it was almost like, did the director fall asleep and didn't say cut? And then even if that was true, even if he just let it roll out a little bit, why did you still include it in the final version of the film? Like, you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's like, this dude been talking. He been done talking. And they just hold it on him for like another 10 seconds. Like, keep it rolling. He ain't saying nothing. The script literally ran out, but we just gonna hold it on this dude anyway. Check out what I'm talking about. Run it.
You son of a bitch! Come back here, you motherfucker!
See what I'm saying? So if you do get a chance to watch Samurai Cop, which I hope you do, you can pretty much watch it. You can rent it anywhere. I mean, you can go to IMDb, check it out, whatever. If you do get a chance to check it out, there are multiple scenes like that where it just goes on for too long, or there's like these long extended pauses. I mean, keep in mind, I mean, this is a movie you watching. So if somebody just shut the hell up for like 90 seconds, that's a long ass time for nothing to be happening on the screen and nobody to be talking. And everybody just, they keep cutting back to these weird reactions to what's being said, where you can tell that that's not their actual reaction from the scene. They probably just pointed the camera at him later to fill in time and was like, just look surprised, like, oh, ooh, ah. And then just start planting those responses throughout the, like throughout the movie and the scene. This one's classic. Definitely recommend it. This is a party movie. Again, have it in the background. Let people randomly discover it. They will be in disbelief because the suspense of disbelief you have to enjoy this movie and just have to let things roll with it is amazing. And the terrible acting you have to get over it. Just that alone, I mean, you're gonna have a good time with this one. This one's a classic right here. You want to really add this to your collection of bad movies because I don't see too many coming out like this. You know what I mean? They actually try to get people, even if the movie's bad now, they try to get people that's like, at least sort of kind of decent. But this one, this is the grandfather of terrible, terrible movies. Samurai Cop, I salute you. All right, that is it for me today, Mixed Nuts. I'm about to make like a baby and head out. If you want to support the channel, go to buymeacoffee.com/mixednuts. Got new videos coming every Monday or Friday, of course. Check us out on Instagram at MixedNuts3000. Again, that is MixedNuts3000. And until next time,